We're gonna go ahead and show you the prehab list that we like to do for the shoulders, wrists, and elbows. A lot of the times when kids have shoulder, wrist, or elbow issues, it has to do with immobility in the T-spine or a lack of strength and immobility in their shoulders. So this list kind of gears more towards bracing and isolating those shoulder exercises and that upper back. So we're going to start with some wall sit scap glides. So the biggest thing here is make sure that the gymnast has their back up against, pulled tight with their core up against the wall. And then they're going to start with their arms at 90 degrees. And they really want to try to keep your entire arm, including your wrists and hands, up against that wall, really pushing tight, kind of feeling that tug of war in your body. And she's going to try to glide those hands up straight overhead and glide them back down, concentrating on keeping that whole body up against the wall. So I tend to do about sets of 5 to 10 of these. Okay. You could also go ahead and utilize a free band. So I've got Katie right here who's got a free band. We're going to do some pulls with our band. Biggest thing here, once again, hang on. She's going to try to keep her core and her chest still, and she's going to isolate those shoulders. So she's going to do palms in. She's going to pull this band down to her chest with straight elbows. So we're isolating those shoulders. We don't want that chest to come out at the end there. Isolate the shoulders, good one. And then come on over here, camera. She can also do it from side to side. You can look at her posture here, keeping that chest and tummy tight. Palms in, pull open, and keep it tight. Pull open, keep it tight. Once again, about sets of 5 to 10 on those. Then we're gonna head out over here to Lauren. She's gonna show us some push-up holds. So this is a way to strengthen those wrists and those upper bodies and shoulders, even when the kids' wrists are bothering them. So she can just stay nice and tall in her fist. Goal here is to not let this kind of get weak, but really use those elbows and shoulders to keep that wrist aligned with the ground. Next exercise we can show that I like to do for wrists, ankles, and shoulders is a plank push-up. So it's not quite a full push-up, but it's kind of activating that core while isolating the shoulders. Biggest thing here, trying to keep this nice and still as she goes down and up. And then she's also going to make sure she's switching arms every single time, so she's not pushing up with the same arm. Okay? Then we also like to look at push-ups. This is going to be a little bit more difficult, or kind of a variation on those push-ups, where you can do push-ups and then step up to a panel mat. So Sarah's going to do a nice push-up, keep her chin forward, step up. I don't like people holding the mat because we want to teach the kids to really be pushing down in the hands, not pushing the mat forward to slide. If this is a little bit easy for your gymnast, you can modify this and do a push-up hop. So you're going to go push up, explode up, and hop to push down. This is going to help get your wrists nice and ready to catch yourself when you're in a high intensity motion. Okay, thank you. Last thing that we can do is I like to do these kettlebell walks. Okay, so she's got 5 pounds. I would suggest 10 pounds if your kids want a challenge. So she's going to hold them up nice and tall. Goal here is be in a handstand shape with her gaze forward, elbows tight, concentrating on this, but also making sure that the kettlebells stay straight up and down. We don't want them going side to side. So we're strengthening that forearm position here. And she's just going to walk with us. Walk and keep that body nice and tight. So you can do it with 2 arms, or you can do it 1 arm at a time. If you really want them, if it's really heavy, I suggest doing 1 arm at a time so that they can concentrate on that 1 arm. Okay. Then after all of that, we do want to make sure that we are able to stretch out those wrists and forearms. So Lauren's going to show us my favorite little wrist stretch. So a lot of the times people like to do the wrist stretch where they just turn their hands this way. As a gymnast, I literally never felt a stretch when I did that because I just had super tight wrists. So way to do this is you're going to take this hand, you're going to push down on that hand, pull out that joint a little bit, and then kind of fall forward to really stretch those tendons and those muscles really little in the wrist out. Make sure the gymnast's elbow is straight, and then she can also do it on the other arm. Push the hand down, pull that joint out, and then kind of pull it to stretch. Really good to kind of gain some range of motion in the wrists. So then, like I said at the beginning also, one of the reasons that kids get a lot of shoulder, elbow, wrist injuries is because of a lack of mobility in the T-spine. Your T-spine runs from your mid-back all the way up to your cervical spine, which is your neck. And so to stretch this out or to kind of gain some mobility in this is one way to roll it out. Sarah's gonna go ahead, she's gonna tighten up her abs. She's not gonna let her abs loosen at all. She's gonna go elbows in, and then let herself, keeping her abs tight, fall over this guy. Okay, then she's gonna roll it up a little bit higher on her back and do the same thing. Keep the abs tight, fold herself up and over. Then also, if the muscles are just simply sore, she can open up her elbows, open up her chest a little bit, and kind of use her legs, relax your head and neck, to kind of roll up and over those muscles on that. Last thing that gymnasts really need to focus on, we do a lot of pulling on bars. So gymnast lats tend to be super tight. So we want to make sure the kids are rolling out their lats as well. So Katie's gonna put her palm up over the roller. She's gonna use her legs to kind of push her back and forth over that lat muscle, which runs and connects from your shoulder all the way down to your side. If she finds a spot that's tight, it's okay to stop right there and then kind of rock herself up and over and around and massage that spot out. But gymnasts tend to get really tight there because of bars specifically. So these are all really great exercises that I like to incorporate when my kids are not looking so good in their shoulders, their upper back, or they're complaining of wrist and elbow pain. So good luck. Use those to the best of your advantage.